guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be my boss series. I know, finally. I've been meaning to do this video or these series for the longest time. The reason why it took me so long to start this video is because I want to look all nice and businessy, you know what I mean? I want to come on camera looking my hair done, my lashes done, my nails done, everything done, and to look nice, you know, look like a boss. But then in reality, I'm like, bruh, I never actually like get ready. And this is what I look like majority of the time anyways. Glasses, hair in a bun, no makeup, you know what I mean? Well, I have concealer and stuff on right now because I didn't want to look too ragged. So basically this vlog or this series is going to be just about showing you guys how to be your own boss and taking you guys along with what I do and how I run my businesses. For those who don't know, I have like 7-8 streams of income. My main streams of income are Instagram, YouTube. I own my women's apparel lifted collection, and then I just released my swimwear, and then I do online personal training, in-person training, and custom meal and fitness program. And then I have like other little side hustles that I like to dabble in here and there, but they're not like my mainstream income. But if I wanted them to be my mainstream income, they could. I'd be doing a lot of different things, and it's not just going to be business. So there'll be series, like there'll be an episode that will be about YouTube, there'll be an episode that will be about how I do packages, equipment that you need to do a video, how to take Instagram photos, how to become a personal trainer, the things that you need to become a personal trainer, all that amazing stuff. We are in this generation to where it's so easy to be your own boss. To be honest, you just gotta put in the work, and come. And to be honest, like, it's not easy, but at the same time, it is easy, but it's not easy. But you just gotta put in the work, okay? So, it's such a generalized question. I don't even know how to start this question. How do you start a business? So that's a perfect example of how I'm gonna do a separate episode. It's because there's so many things that you have to do in order to start a business. Like, you have to get ready to do your taxes and find a name and do a website and do a domain. So I'm gonna do an episode literally just like how to start a business, okay? I got you. What's the hardest thing about running a business? Also, how do you even get started? Okay, so how do you get started part, I'm gonna do that. So what's the hardest thing about running a business? I feel like for me personally, what's the hardest is trying to balance everything, because I have so many businesses, I have so many things that I do that it's hard to balance. I've never been able to do like 100% like put attention on each thing I do. It's always like, oh well, this week I can only do videos, or like this week I can only just focus on my business, and this week I can really only take pictures. There's never a time where I'm able to do everything all at once, and they're all very time consuming. So yeah, like that would be, even though I'm a very organized person, I set days on what I do specifically. So for example, so here's my calendar, so it'll show you what I do kind of like on a day-to-day basis. Like for example, Mondays I'll record a workout video, and then like in the evening I'll do whatever that I feel like I want to do, which is like on my own time. But mainly I like to make sure that I record and work out on that day. And then Tuesdays are like packages and personal training, and yeah, Wednesdays are like I try to record another video, take pictures. So like that, you get it. How do you put your business out there if you don't have a following? You just have to. How do you put it out there? You just gotta put it out there. You have to post on social media, get social media for all your businesses, or even on your personal page. Even if you have a little bit of following, make sure you post. Even sometimes for me with my followers, I feel like I'm annoying and I'm posting too much, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna support you as much as you support yourself. So you have to make sure you put yourself out there multiple times, and don't be scared, and don't be afraid if you're gonna lose followers because of that. If anything, they're gonna be inspired and be motivated because they're watching how much you put yourself out. I was actually talking to a friend. For me, I'm too shy, but I was talking to a friend, and she told me that she was at the mall one day, and then there was this girl just like going around to random people, and she had like slips, right? And she was like, oh, here's my flyer, like this is my business, I would love for you to support me, blah, 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 just going around. Like that is someone that is like a hustle mentality. Like that person's gonna go far, and God bless them, even though I don't know that. How do you get companies to sign you if you want to become a fitness model? Honestly, it's just you yourself. You just have to build yourself as a person, and usually companies, they pick you based on how you look, how your photos look, what your engagement looks like. I think that's pretty much it. But it's mainly like how often you post. Make sure you take really nice photos with great lighting, great poses, you look good, okay? And that's pretty much it. Another thing too is, when I started, the best way to get attention from companies is just get a whole list of people that you are interested in, that you want to work with, and just email all of them. Like the only thing you're gonna get is a no or no response, but majority of the time they all say yes. What company is gonna say no to somebody that they will get free exposure for? You know what I mean? Especially if you're a small upcoming person, it's kind of a win-win-win. Do you have any advice for someone who can't decide what business to start? My advice to somebody who doesn't know what to do is basically figure out your passion. What do you like doing? For example, I love fitness. Fitness has shaped my entire life, okay? It's the personal training that I do, it's the workout apparel, it's the clients, it's literally every aspect of my life is because of fitness. And that's my passion. So you just have to figure out, what do you enjoy doing so much, and what do you want to share with other people? When you figure that out, it will be very easy for you to it will come naturally. And you never want to start a business based on, oh, if I do this, I'll make a lot of money because of it. If you do something based on the money that you can get, in the long run you are not going to enjoy it, and that business will most likely fail because you see it as a job. When you see something as a chore, it's not going to, it's like working out. That's why I always tell people and my clients, if you're going to start your fitness journey and start working out, you have to treat it as something you love doing, not as a job, or else it's gonna feel like, ugh. You wake up every day, you're like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, damn, I have to really go and work out, versus your mindset is, ooh, I'm so excited, like, let's get this. You know what I mean? I love what I do. Even though sometimes it can be very tiring and it's very time consuming, at the end of the day, I wake up every day looking forward to do it. The next question is gaining exposure or followers, etc., and content consistency. As far as content consistency, I would recommend that you set days, like what I do. You set days for what exactly you want to do. So like, for example, if I do a workout video, I'm like, Monday, I'm for sure working out on Monday, so I'm gonna make sure that I record. Some days it really depends, because if I'm recording that day, I like to just focus on myself, so it's best that you set days for that. But as far as gaining exposure and followers, honestly, like, I'm gonna just be honest, like, people follow me because of how I look, follow me because people in general, you know, social media is very sad, and you know, if you look good, you gain a lot of followers, and sex sells. It is what it is. That's just social media and our life, the life that we're in, the society that we're in now. If you look good, you get a lot of attention. So just make sure that you post really nice pictures. And when I say really nice pictures, like, you obviously don't have to post naked photos. Like, no, majority, my is very both, but the pictures that do the most are the pictures that I'm like half naked, but but you can do tasteful stuff, you know what I mean? You can do like a little and be tasteful. And at the end of the day too, like, honestly, just because you post like sexy photos, I don't even want to use the term sexy photos. If you post like any form of the term revealing, because everybody has their own definition of revealing. If you post any form of revealing photo, it doesn't mean that you're that person. Or majority of the people, when they meet me in person, they judge me based on my Instagram, and when they meet me in person, they're like, wow, you're like a completely different person. And I'm like, yeah, like, you're only judging me because of how I look. And that's just what I've given out, you know what I mean? Like, people are only judging you based on what you look like. And I mean, that's just what comes with the territory. You know, people are quick to like categorize a girl because, oh, she's just an Instagram girl, or she's just this. How do you stay motivated? Me personally, and like I've said this in my last videos, what motivates me is taking care of my family and obviously myself. I feel like the lifestyle that I want for myself, that motivate. And even then, honestly, everybody out there, what should motivate you is not going broke. because in this lifetime you have bills to pay, you have shit to do. So going broke should be the motivation that you need on its own, because you know what I mean, people are out there with no roof over their head, they don't have food, they don't have anything. So like that should be motivation on its own. It's being able to wake up one day and be like, oh, I can eat whatever I want, oh, I can go wherever I want, I can drive a car, I can use a computer, I have access to internet, phone, I don't have to worry about my bills. What motivates me as well is just the love what you do aspect. It's truly when you really like what you do, you just are gonna do it. You're not gonna make excuses for it. Also, another form of motivation is the result. When you do something, like for example, if I post a video and the video does really well, and then like at the end of the month I'm like, oh, I made 5k or like 10k, I'm like, wow, I really put in work, let me keep grinding, and then the next month I'm going to make 12 or 13, or you know what I mean, just keep going higher and higher and higher. So the result is definitely rewarding, and when you see that, it's kind of like working out as well. When you work out and you start to see the results, it becomes addicting. Advice on starting a business when you don't have much money, ideas or plans, etc. Honestly, you don't really need that much money to start. For me, honestly, when I started my business in like the corner of my bedroom with my little shelving and my little ass desk. I think I had like $500 or like $1,000, I think. I didn't have that much money. Well, I did save. Yeah, I saved quite a bit so that I would be able to pay for like my products. It really depends on what you're doing. Like for example, if you're doing lashes, if you're selling strip lashes, that's not as expensive as wanting to do a apparel business, you know what I mean? So it really depends on what you're doing. Where did you start building your fitness brand? To be honest, I started when I posted my first YouTube video, how to grow your glutes, I believe, and then I just started posting like fitness stuff, you know. When I started, I was just doing it just to do it. I enjoyed it. I loved working out. When I started my fitness journey, I wanted to share it with other people, and then when I posted it, obviously people started seeing that, and then people just started supporting me, and I just started doing it over and over again. So I guess that's just how I started. Listening to your audience. Always listen to what people want to see, because they are the ones that are watching the video. Some people will comment down below in my videos like, oh, you actually listen to your followers. I'm like, yeah, obviously I listen to my followers. You guys are the ones that are watching my content, so why the fuck am I going to push it that you guys don't want to see? How do you find the perfect fabric for your stuff? Sampling. Samples will be your best friend when you are starting a business. You can't build a product or you can't sell a product if you don't sample. So, and also you need to know your products. For example, you need to know your polyester, you need to know your spandex, you need to know your nylon, you need to know all these different fabrics. If you have a fabric store close to you or just in your city, you have to go in person and feel that shit, and you need to like know what's the fabric going to be like, if it's 18% polyester and if it's something percent spandex with something percent nylon, you know what I mean? If your manufacturer is an international person, still get your samples. Obviously it would take longer versus when you are in a marketplace, because you can go in person. If it's international, you have to wait for it to come to you. How was it when you started, and do you ever feel like giving up? There's definitely plenty of times that I feel like giving up, because this shit is so stressful. You put so much work into it, and sometimes they don't even do that well, and you want it to do so well, and you want to win so bad, but you can't. But no. Yeah, there's definitely times where I feel like giving up. There is days where I don't do anything. I'm like, bro, like I can't do this. Like I need a day for myself. I just can't. There's been days, and then I feel bad too, because sometimes I have clients and I don't talk to them, and then it just builds up, and then I start avoiding them. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this, but I'm so stressed out and I have anxiety. And when you first go into something, right? You're like, damn, I'm about to do this. This is happening, this is great. And then when you start to grow, obviously this is just stuff that comes with having a successful business and whatever that you do. For example, when I started, it was just me, right? Still, it's pretty much me. The only difference that I have somebody that's helping me with some stuff. When I started, it was definitely not as stressful. The reason why it's stressful now is because I have so much on my plate and so much to do, you know? So now, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't love it now. I still love what I do now. It's just, there's just so much more added on top that I have to do. So like compared to before when I only had 50 orders, oh, that's easy. Package, boom. But now when I have like over 200 orders, over 500 orders, yeah, you need help. You need somebody to help you out, or else you're going to be up like 2-3 days in a row trying to fill orders. I don't really have the giving up. I don't actually, they're not giving up days. They're more, I'm tired, I need to lay the fuck down, and I need to watch Netflix and chill type days, not giving up.
Whenever your heart is broken,